Hi everyone, I'm Lucia and today I'm sharing with you my artistic and creative tarot decks in my collection. And first of all, I want to thank everyone who voted for this poll. The Prisma Visions Tarot by James R. Eads. I got this directly from his website. Beautiful box and a great book, by the way. What I love about this deck is, first of all, the artwork is stunning. And I put these cards in order here just to show you one of the creative things that I love about this deck is that when you put the minor arcana in order by suit, you have this continuous scene. And it goes from the ace all the way to the kings. And I really love that. I feel like it's a great way of understanding how the suits progress from the start to the finish. And so the major arcana have the borders and the minor arcana are borderless. And what I love about this, it looks like you could see brush strokes in the artwork, and I really love the colors. The cards are very different from the regular Rider-Waite Smith, the artwork, and how the energies of each card and its meaning is represented. This is the Six of Swords. I love the Six of Swords. I love this tower. Like, I love every card. Very different. I mean, there's so many different ways you can read this. And I feel like the major arcana gives you a different perspective, especially on each card, but also with some of these other cards. Like, I love this Knight of Swords. You can see it's like finding with your mind, or you're realizing something and it's time to do something different, think a different way, take a different action. You know, it's time for a change. You know, so I really love how it shows the meanings of the cards. I love the Strength card, and every time I look at them, I see something new. Like, it took me a little while to notice those little lions there. Each suit is connected to a season. So we have the wands are the spring, because that's where there's a lot of energy. We have the suits of the swords are the winter. And we have the suit of the cups is fall, and the pentacles are the summer. I think I got all the seasons there. Two of Chalices, Nine of Chalices. So it's very different. It's very unique. It's very creative. It's a very talkative deck. This is one of my favorite death cards with the white rose and that skeleton hand. Like, I really love this. I love how it represents like the death and the rebirth with that white rose. It's bright, but not too bright at the same time, if that makes any sense. The Knight of Wands. So here's the Knight. At first it was hard for me to see where that person was in the court cards, but there's an energy there. You could see it. You could probably see it better in the video. I love the pentacles. Like, I love the sky, the colors. You know, there's something here too with the energies on the trees. Every card, there's something so beautiful. The Devil card, I love this card. So very creative, very artistic. Look at this beautiful Three of Chalices. And I get nice readings with this. I really do. The Fool card. And the book is nice. It's not just standard meanings. It goes with the cards. I really like the guidebook too. It's very good. And the Seven of Wands, I really love this too. Very unique. It's like staying on top, being careful. Looks like he has to walk on these sticks so he doesn't fall in the water. So it's like staying on top. I really love how it shows that. And the swirly sky here. Look at this Seven of Chalices. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. I really love the swords. I really love the swords. I love the wands. Like, I love all of the cards. Here's the Queen of Chalices. She's up here. And it's just beautiful. She is the water. It's like she is the water element. Queen of Pentacles, so stunning. And I love this Chariot card. It's like the car's driving. It looks like it's in the rain. There's a dove flying up and the headlights. Like, it's just really another way of looking at it. Temperance, very unique, beautiful deck. The Mindscapes Tarot by John A. Rice. This is an 80 card deck, and it comes with a nice guidebook also. 2 extra cards that are beautiful, beautiful backs, beautiful cardboard cardstock. Beautiful artwork. I mean, artistic. This is at the top. The Fool card. The Magician. Stunning, beautiful, gorgeous artwork. I believe these are hand painted. It's hand drawn in oil pastel. That's what it says in the back of the box. This started as a Major Arcana only deck, and then he added the suit cards. The High Priestess. I feel like this is so creative because you don't see a lot of people in this deck. You do see them, but it's as if you are on a journey, and what you're looking at, it's as if this is the scene and that represents the energy of the cards. Like you're standing here and this is the, you know, this strong energy, protective energy of the Emperor. There's water here, but you're behind the walls. Like it is just amazing. The Hierophant, I love this card so much. I really love this deck. It's still in order. I have not shuffled it yet. I have a reason for that. The Chariot. And then we have these beautiful Major Arcana cards. And each one is like a landscape. It's like being in there. And I love how he did the scene. We have the Wheel of Fortune with the spider web. I love that. The Justice card. I mean, it really shows the energy of the deck without having like a picture or something else going on. It's just a landscape, and it really speaks. Very talkative and beautiful. Like I could get lost in this artwork. And very creative and very artistic. So here we have the 2 extra cards. I want to show you that and then get to some of the minor arcana. We have the Catacomb, gorgeous, and we have the Great Work. There's some astrology symbols too. We have astrology symbols. Yeah, I can't wait to use it. I don't know why I'm waiting. There's a reason why I have this in order, but anyway, I can't wait to use this. We have the Ace of Branches. The branches are the wands, so that's separated by that. And I love how it goes into, now you have 2 branches, you know, and then you have 3, and each one gives you the energy of the meaning of the suit cards of the wands with the branches. Here we have the 5 of branches, and it looks like they, I don't know, they could be a fire maybe, or they lost their leaves, but really beautiful. 7 of branches. Like it's just really stunning, and I really love the court cards, the 10 of branches in this deck. We have the Page of Branches. It's like, I don't know, just getting out there, trying to start an adventure. We have the Knight of Branches. You're in it, you know. You have the Queen of Branches. Now you have some experience, you know. And then you have the King of Branches, and here's a little lizard, like all these little details, and there's movement. It's just really stunning. We have the Ace of Tides, which is the cups. Another beautiful, beautiful suit with this artwork. I love every card in this deck. You can feel the energies without seeing people, without seeing faces, you know, so really, really creative. Beautiful colors. And then again, we have the Page, the Knight, the Queen, very unique, and the King. I love how this shows all the cards. The Ace of Spires. There's mountains for the swords. And I love this 3 of Spires. 4 of Spires. 5 of Spires would be the 5 of Swords. Look at the 7 of Spires. It's like, no, you know, it's like you don't want to go there. Beautiful. 8 of Spires. There's a light up there. I love how it's done. I love every card. And then we have the Page of Spires, the court cards, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. And I have to show you the stones because I really love the pentacles. This is a pentacle suit, and you have buildings for that. And you have a pentacle on each building. I think that's brilliant, you know, and you can see how it evolves. You know, each suit evolves, like from the aces to the kings, and I really, really love that. 8 of stones, 9 of stones, 10 of stones, the Page, the Knight, the Queen, look how gorgeous, and the King. Look at the view, beautiful. Pulp Tarot by Todd Alcott. It's mid-century pulp magazine's collage art. And I got this at Etsy. I think I got this on his shop called Todd Alcott Graphics. These are the beautiful backs. Very eye-popping, like the art just pops and the colors just pop, and it is such a beautiful, artistic, unique. The King of Pentacles, the deck that looks like these magazine covers. And it's also, so it has this feeling of nostalgia, but at the same time, it's modern to me. Like as far as the tarot, using this art as a tarot deck. So it gives me like old feelings of older times, and a little bit retro, but at the same time modern, if that makes any sense. And it also reads very well. I feel like this is a quick reader for me when I read with this. I feel like I get it quick. Like I don't go deep. Like I'm curious to know if you have this deck, what's your experience with it. I've seen other people use this deck on different channels. It was a while ago, so I don't remember the names. Like I've seen it like 2 different times, 2 different channels, unless it was the same channel twice. But and the person who was reading with these cards, they were doing love readings, and they did a really nice job with this reading this deck. I feel like it's a great deck for overall energies for any reading. I feel like it's a great deck for career readings and love readings, and maybe even archetypes, you know. That's what I get. I don't use this a lot. I have used it when I first got it, and now I just pulled the top, but I want to bring this back out because I feel like it's fun, it's beautiful, it's very unique. So I really love this unique art. So I had to include this in the artistic and creative tarot decks list. The 4 of Cups, you can really feel that energy. You can feel it. And we have the 3 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands. I have this in order because I did a flip through video on another channel that I have that I have to give a little more love to. So that's why it's in order. So it is just really beautiful. Here's the World card, the Judgment. I really love the Major Arcana in here on this deck. The Star card, the Tower, the Devil, Temperance. And I love this, you know, I don't know, it's just really cool how it's done. The Death card, the Hanged Man. I love this Justice card. It is beautiful. So you might see faces that you know, you know, and really cool. Really, really cool and very unique. The Lost Tarot of Nostradamus by John Matthews and Will Kingham. And what it is that in 1994, the Italian National Library in Rome, there was a manuscript that they believed was by Nostradamus, and it had 80 mysterious paintings. And John Matthews and Will Kingham, they felt like they were connected to the tarot. So what they did was they brought this tarot deck to life with those paintings, and they called it the Lost Tarot of Nostradamus. And I think that's really cool. And the guidebook is really, really nice with this deck. This would be the Knight of Cups. So that's the only thing, is that, you know, it's a little bit different system because the artwork is so different, getting used to how this system works. So the core cards have names like archetype names, and this would be the Knight because it's card number 12 of the Moon, and it's Initiate, which is pretty cool. And I love the artwork because to me it's like from another time, and I feel like there's energy of the history from that time. So it's very artistic, and I feel like it's very brilliant how they brought this energy into a tarot deck and made it a physical deck that we can use with this artwork from another time. And I think that's really cool. So this is the suit of the Earth. I don't know if this is called spheres. I think that's called spheres in this deck. But the stars are the swords, and the sun is the wands, and the moon is the cups. So beautiful artwork. It's from another time, and it's gorgeous, the deck. I love the borders. I'm just gonna go through because it is in order. So this is the Abbess, which is the Queen of Swords. So it takes me a time to say, okay, what is this card? You know, but I think if you work with this and you really study the book, you could probably answer almost any question with this deck, I feel. I feel that this is one of those decks that I look at the artwork, and I'm not sure if it's more like scrying, but there's something in the artwork that stands out to me that's a little different, and that's how I get my messages with this. But I do also have to take a moment to say, okay, what card is this? Because it's so different from what I'm used to reading, you know, with the Rider-Waite-Smith. And now I turn to the top a lot, so I'm pulling that, so I don't really There's a lot of decks that I want to use. I don't use this one, and I want to pull this out more. Here we have the page of Sun. This one actually is called the page. And here, so with the Sun, which is the wands, they're actually called Page of Sun, the Knight of Sun, the Lady of Sun, and the Prince of Sun. So the princes are the kings, which kind of gives me that, it kind of gives me that feeling of the Golden Dawn theme, because, or at least with the Tarot, because that's what Crowley does. He switches the knights with the kings, because the knights have more energy. So if you're the king, you're at the top. He wants the kings to have that, you know, that top energy, the most energy of the sign. So here we have the moon. Beautiful artwork. There's a little nudity here. It's the neophyte. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing these right, but it is really stunning. The artwork is gorgeous. I had to include it in this. I also feel like this is, you know, sometimes we have so many feminine tarot decks, you know, like I feel like this one is a nice balance, or it can even be more masculine energy, a strong energy, you know, of another time. And this is the major arcana. It has this golden arch and this golden look to it, and I think that is very powerful and stunning. So we do have the names of the cards, as some of them are renamed. Like this one is called the Burning Tower instead of the Tower. There's some words here too. I can't read it, but it may be more visible in the camera. I'm not sure. So we have some words here. And so really beautiful, really stunning. This is the Death card. So look at this Fortune's Wheel. It's really beautiful, very different. I had to include this in the artistic and creative because they took some artwork and they turned it into a tarot deck from someone who is very well known or spoken about, you know. So that is the Lost Tarot of Nostradamus. The Tattoo Tarot Ink and Intuition deck by Mega Munden. That's the artist name, the tattoo artist name. And then we have text by Diana McMahon Collis. Beautiful box. This cardstock is one of the strongest cardstocks that I have in any deck, by the way. Really beautiful, artistic, and creative tarot deck. This tarot deck is a Pippish deck. So we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Three of Cups, but I say Pippish because it's a Pip deck, but you have little hints in the artwork that kind of hint at, you know, the card meaning or the energy, the Five of Coins, like, and so it's tattoo artwork, and it reminds me of also the style of Marseille mixed together. It's a little nudity in this one as well. So, because this card reminds me more of Marseille style tarot deck. So I feel like it's like a combo, but at the same time, it's not really that, you know. So we have the Eight of Coins. I feel like this is a great deck for, I feel like goals, you know, readings for goals or money goals or career, but it's an overall great deck for anything. The Six of Coins. So we have the little extra something there, you know, and I really love that. We have this arrow here with the Nine of Wands going through the Nine of Wands. Judgment reminds me of Rider-Waite-Smith. So it feels like a combo deck, but it reminds me of Marseille because it's more of a Pip. But I really love the artwork. I love that it reminds me of traditional tattoo art, especially with the roses. And we have the suit cards, and they have like tattoos on them, and I don't know, there's little hints of the energy of the cards there too. We have the Four of Wands. Beautiful colors and beautiful artwork. So I had to include this in the artistic and creative tarot deck. So look at this Five of Cups. You can see tears and you see an eye there, and you can just get that, you know, the Knight of Swords, like it's this energy, you know. The Lover is so beautiful. So I really love this deck. It's a very sturdy cardstock. It's the sturdiest cardstock I think that out of any of the decks that I own in my collection. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love this Hangman. And I love the colors. You know, I love the color theme. I think it's gorgeous. the Six of Swords. It's just really, it's so beautiful. One of my favorites. Ophidia Rosa Tarot by Layla and Olive, and I got this directly from their website. 78 hand illustrated cards, and it has a fold out with the meanings of the cards. Beautiful backs, gorgeous gilding on the sides, and I love this color palette. I really love this color palette. This is the Magician, and I mean, you have flowers, you have roses, you have flowers, and you have snakes, and it is just a stunning deck, and it's very talkative. So I got this because I really love the aesthetic of it. I love the colors. It caught my eye, and I said, this has to be my deck. But I also am not one to just purchase a deck just because I love the artwork. I want to be able to read with it. And so I was like wondering, am I going to be able to read with this? And once I started to pull some cards, you know, I took a minute. I had to go down and look, but then I kind of see like the Fool. And this just looks like excitement. It looks like a, you know, a young flower ready to bloom, you know, ready to there's more going on. And then we have this, the Two of Pentacles, and we have the two mushrooms. And, you know, to me, mushrooms mean healing too. There's something here about that. We have one on the bottom, one on the top, so it's like balance. I don't know anything about botanicals and flowers, but I'm sure that there's more. If you have that knowledge, you probably know more. So this is the Ten of Pentacles, and we have, you know, everything blooming here. So this is a good example. You can see that the flowers are trapped in this, like it looks like this glass house or this glass jar, or the vase is upside down and it's like trapping, but there's an opening here, so they can't come out, you know. So, you know, it's things like that. There's little hints in here. The Four of Pentacles, it's like holding on to the flowers. The Wheel of Fortune, beautiful. The Knight of Swords, I love that with the eye. And then we have Judgment. That's like the flower that looks like a bell. So really beautiful. I do find that I get nice readings with this deck, I have to say. I do sometimes on the cards have to look at, you know, what it is, but then I look at the image, and I can read with this deck. I think it's very readable, to my surprise. Like, I really was not sure I would be able to read with it, but I can. So I don't pull it out as much because I'm just pulling the Tarot. And, you know, I'm working with that one more, and I'm working with Tarot of the Holy Spectrum. So, you know, now the Dreamkeepers is a big one that I'm pulling. And, but I want to pull this out more and use it more. It is really beautiful, and it is a great reader too. So you might see this on my channel popping up soon if you watch my readings. We'll see. Dreamkeepers Tarot by Liz Huston. And whatever she says in this description here is exactly what I feel like this deck is. This deep inner truths, and it reveals our hidden motivations, beliefs, and expectations. It has this ethereal feel. It has this cosmic feel to it. I'm really surprised of this deck. This was in my wish list for a long time, and I went on and off with, should I get it, should I not? I was looking at another deck. Beautiful backs, beautiful cards. Thin cardstock with nice cardstock, easy to shuffle. Beautiful, beautiful deck. This has more of a feminine feel to it, but it's not all women in the deck. But you can see this one is the Knight of Cups, and usually you see a male figure, but you see this woman here with the cups. So it's very unique, beautiful, soft artwork, very talkative. Some of the cards can look a little dark. You could see skeletons, but very artistic because the way the cards show the meanings is very creative, and it's very spiritual. And you see a lot of these look like you see outside. You see like the earth in a lot of these pictures, but at the same time you see the sky, and it's like misty. There's something spiritual, cosmic, about this deck. And I love how she shows the meaning of the cards. The Queen of Cups, and then you see the moon, you know, where the face is supposed to be. And that says a lot, you know, because the moon is the mother card, and the moon is also the feelings and the emotions, the creator, you know. So I really love how this deck represents. It's very creative, and the art is stunning, beautiful, and I feel like this is a unique deck. I love this pattern in a tarot deck. I don't know what it is about this like checkered pattern floor, the black and white. Like I love when I see that. Or even like this kind of color tone. So I love everything about this. This is a beautiful reader for me. It does make me go deep. I love the Seven of Swords, the mask, you know, and just going down steps, you know, steps you could trip too, you know, and I don't know, like every time I look, I see something else, but there is something ethereal about this, cosmic about it. The Six of Cups is just beautiful. So I feel like there's little hints here. The Knight of Swords, the Hanged Woman, and it's a very talkative, ethereal deck, and I'm really enjoying working with this, and I can't wait to work with it even more. The Fates is the Wheel of Fortune. Very different. I love this Judgment card. I really love every card in this deck. And there was one or two that I was like, wait, you know, I don't get this. But then after a while, I did. And then the book is amazing. The book for this tarot deck is amazing. I feel like if you read the book and you study this deck, it will make you a better reader overall, I feel. Beautiful, beautiful deck. Very dreamy, but powerful. Very powerful with the readings, I feel. Gorgeous. So I had to include this. You know, look at this Nine of Cups. You know, it's like looks like a keyhole. It's like you're giving yourself, you know, you're giving yourself happiness, or you're indulging, or it's like she's putting something in there, like the cups, or this energy, you know, she's giving it to herself. It's just really stunning. Here we have that again with that checkered floor. I love that when I see it in decks. I don't know what it is. The Eight of Cups, beautiful, very different. The Six of Pentacles, I really love working with this deck, and I feel like it speaks so well. Pagan, Otherworlds Tarot by Uzi. I have to add this to my list. It comes in this beautiful bag. I ordered this directly from the Uzi website, and stunning, beautiful linen cardstock, by the way, beautiful backs and stunning artwork. I had to add this to this list because it is just beautiful, artistic. It is gorgeous, and every piece could be framed and put on a wall. So artistic and also creative, because this is a pippish type of deck, and I love how they show, like, this is the Five of Wands, and you don't see the illustrations that you usually see in the Rider-Waite-Smith, but yet you get it because they're kind of like leaning into each other. And we have the Tower card. So it's very creative how they did the pip part of this deck with the pip cards, because there is some scenery there. There is some illustrations, but it's not your usual. So I really love how that's done in this tarot deck, and it is just absolutely stunning, the artwork. This is the Four of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Hierophant. And with this deck, you have extra cards. You have moon cards, and the Wheel of Fortune is just so beautiful. The King of Wands, the Pentacles are gorgeous in this deck. We have the Moon. Look at that Moon card. Oh my God. Like, I could just stare at these cards all day. The Star card, beautiful. There is some nudity in this deck. We have the Nine of Swords. And you can just see the meaning in the cards, you know, even though there's not so much going on in that, you know, in the photo. We have the cards, I should say, in the artwork, not photo. We have the Six of Swords, beautiful. So I feel like this deck is just stunning and very creative. We have the Devil, very different. Also feels like the artwork is from another time. We have the Eight of Cups. I love how that's done. The Nine of Cups are just really stunning. The Six of Wands, beautiful. So we have this gorgeous artwork. I'm just trying to get through the rest of the decks here. So the Chariot, stunning. What else I want to show you? The Hanged Man, the Ten of Swords, Judgment. And it's a great reader, because I was like, I don't know, you know, I read with pip decks. I read with the Marseille deck. I love pip decks because to me, I feel like you have more room for reading. You have more room for interpretation, the Lovers. And I do love pip decks, and I want to use this more. It's a little longer than regular standard tarot decks, so I find my way to shuffle usually side by side, you know. This Two of Cups, just gorgeous. But I want to show you the extra cards also. That's the Death card, one of my favorites, just stunning. Emperor, 5, 6, 7 of Wands. I'm like counting. I'm like, what is that? Because I don't use this every day, but I have used this. I have used this on my videos. Like, I think when I started with the YouTube channel, you might see this in one of my earlier videos. Beautiful Ace. I love this Ace of Pentacles. Like, just stunning artwork. But here's the extra cards. The Seeker. And then we have the Moon cards with the faces. Look at that. Full Moon. And we just have different faces of the moon. The last quarter moon, you know, the first quarter moons. And just really, really beautiful. Beautiful. And these, it can be even reversed. So that's how it's meant to be used. I don't use these cards with the deck. I did use this at first, and then I just kind of pulled them out, but I may. So it's like, it's cool. You can do whatever you want. There is no right or wrong, right? But isn't it just stunning? Beautiful, beautiful deck. Beautiful card stack. Mystic Palette Tarot by Cairo Marchetti. I had to include this deck because Cairo Marchetti, he does some magic when he does his artwork. He's a digital artist, and he really puts a lot of love, time, and energy into what he does. And I love, if I can have every one of his decks, I would. The reason why I chose this one, and I had to include one of his decks, and I wanted to include more than one, but I chose this one because I feel artistically, besides the beautiful artwork, I love the way he tells the story in each of these cards. Like, I feel like each of these cards tells a story. It's a storytelling deck. They talk, and I got the muted edition. This is the muted edition. There is one that has more color. It's more colorful, more vibrant, more brighter, but I'm so drawn to this one for some reason. It's a beautiful, beautiful Priestess card. And we have the number of the card, and we have this beautiful artwork, and there's something that feels like there's something about his artwork that is alive when you look at it. There's the way it illuminates, you know, how it tells the story. I love how he used the elements in the suit cards. And I love how there is so much to see when you look at this. There's so much to see, and there's astrology symbols, so it's so creative in that way, besides the colors and how it glows. Like, that takes a lot of talent and a lot of work to make these cards come to life the way it does. And another creative fact that I love about these cards is he used tarot decks in some of these cards, and I love that. This is a beautiful Wheel of Fortune. And I know he has a reason for everything that he does. I know that he puts time and energy into everything that he does. You see his initials, and I love it. I think he does it in a way that it's beautiful. It does not interfere. For me, some people are disturbed by that. For me, I don't mind it at all. You know, I feel like he does it in a tasteful way, and I just love everything about his tarot decks and his artwork. And this is an artist who really understands the tarot. And I love when artists are not just making a tarot deck without knowing about tarot. Like, he really knows his stuff when it comes to tarot. And I love that. The Two of Wands is just so gorgeous. It's just really stunning. I had Santa Muerte Tarot by Fabio Listrani. And I had to include this because Fabio Listrani, you know, not only is he an artist, but he knows his stuff when it comes to tarot. Look at the stunning backs. And the cards, when you see them in person, it is just a burst of color and beautiful messages with this tarot deck. I find this deck to be a very direct reader. Do you have this tarot deck? Let me know in the comments. You know, how does it read for you? I find it to be so direct. Look at this beautiful star card. And so I love how he shows the energies of Santa Muerte, and for me also ancestral energies. Every time I see skulls, skeletons, like this is what I get from it as well, these energies. And we have the moon card, one of my favorite moon cards. The Lovers is very different. It has its own system, and the book goes to this deck, and in the book you have the meanings specifically for this tarot deck, and also the advice from the dead, which I really love. So every now and then, like most of the time I read it intuitively, but every now and then I go to the book to get that that advice, you know, from the dead, and I feel like I am protected, I am guided. Like I really feel that it is a very powerful deck, and beautiful artwork, just stunning, very different. So I had to include this. I love the tens. The tens are all like you have like a butterfly or a moth, and you have symbols there, you know, a little extra to show you something, you know, to make you feel the energy of that card. And I really, really love that. Beautiful, vibrant colors. I mean, this deck, you know, it brings my readings to life. I am careful with who I read this for. You have to know who you're reading for, because not everyone likes to see skeletons and, you know, so you have to know who you're reading for. But most people are open. You know, most people are open to it. I love this Five of Wands. It's one of my favorites. Like, I mean, I feel like this represents a beautiful way, like, of expressing the meaning of this card. I really, really love that. He's, you know, he's lighting a fire, and I think that's so perfect. The Magician, gorgeous deck, beautiful Empress card, Three of Pentacles. So I feel like it gives me a different perspective of the cards. I get very direct, like I said. I said it, I think, 3 times, readings with this. 10 of Pentacles. I really love this deck. So one of my favorites, and I had to include it. Look at this one, the 10 of Cups. I just really, that's unique, that's creative. So I had to include Fabio Lustrani's The Santa Muerte. Ancient Italian Tarot. And this tarot deck features the artwork by Carlo Della Rocca, who illustrated the original Tarocco Sopraffino, and it was originally created by Fratelli Avando, published by Lo Scarabeo now in as a mass market deck. These cards, I had to include this in the artistic and creative. The backs are just beautiful. The cardstock is amazing. I love the size of this deck. This is in Italian. We have the King of Wands, and this is like 18th century style artwork, the colors, and it is it's just beautiful and stunning. It's a pip deck, of course, and I really love what he did with this deck. The colors, the artwork. I love the major arcana. I love the minor arcana. One of my favorite tarot cards is in this deck. I love reading with this deck because I got this and I wasn't sure how I was going to be able to read with it, but it reads beautifully. I get nice readings with this. I love pip decks because it does leave more room for interpretation. I don't use them too much on my channel because I think that viewers like to see more illustrated cards on the readings, but I have brought this out. I have used this in some of my readings, or maybe even for part of a reading, because I think it's just amazing. The Four of Wands, the Chariot, it is stunning. I love this Death card. Look at that Ace of Cups. I had to include this in the artistic, you know, and creative decks. It is just beautiful. The Hermit, just stunning artwork, just really, really beautiful. Look at this Star card. There is nudity in this deck. I love the color theme, and the Pope, it's about the Hierophant, the Justice card. So yeah, I get great readings to this. I get, for overall, especially deep emotional things, like this is the Tower card. I love it. It is so stunning. It is so beautiful, really gorgeous. I have to take this out more often, really. This, when I got this deck, I'm like, this is my deck. This is the one I'm going to use all the time. Like, this is my deck. It's going to come with me everywhere I go. I'm going to do readings only with this deck. This is how much I love this deck. And then, you know, then you start with one deck and you're like, this is my deck. And then you see another one. And if you're passionate about tarot, you want to try out all different decks. I mean, you can be passionate, of course, and have one of your, you know, the one deck, and I think that's awesome too. But I want to try all the different decks. I want to see how they speak. Beautiful world card. But this was the one that when I got this, I'm like, this is my deck. And now I'm using the top, and I'm really loving that too. But I really do love this. I had to include it in the creative artistic deck. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.